Hi, this is Anne from Design Bundles, and today I'm going to show you how to make a cute autumn gnome in Adobe Illustrator. All right, let's get started. All right, I'm here in Adobe Illustrator, and I'm just going to create a new document. So we'll come over here to Create New. I'll choose Print up here at the top, and then I'm going to choose Letter, and we'll create. Okay, so first I'm going to draw a background that's kind of light gray. So I'm going to hit M on my keyboard to get to the rectangle tool, which is right over here. And then I'll just click and drag a big rectangle. Now right now I've got a white fill and a black outline, and I don't need the black outline, so since it's in front right now, I'm just going to hit the backslash or question mark key to get rid of it. And then we can click on the fill to change it. I'm going to double click it, and then I'll just choose kind of a grayish, yeah, right about there. We'll say okay. All right, and now I'm going to get my layers up by hitting F7. You can also get to layers or any of these other palettes if you want to open some of them right up here under window. So they're all listed right under here. Here's layers right here. Now I'm going to create a new layer. And then I'm going to lock this gray layer because I don't need to select the background and I don't want to select the background anymore. Okay, now that we're on layer 2, I'm going to hit Z and just zoom in by drawing a box around the gray square. And now we'll start drawing our gnome. So the first thing I'm going to draw is the hat. I'll hit N to get my pencil tool, and then I'm just going to draw up and just kind of make a little gnome hat like this. When I get close to that other edge, when I get close to the beginning point, you'll see a little circle beside your cursor, and that means it's going to complete the shape. Now mine's smoothed out really nicely. If yours isn't doing that, you can double click the pencil and change the fidelity to smooth. And I noticed that we have a corner point here, but we have a smooth point here. I definitely want corner points on these two, so I'm going to hit Shift C, and that'll bring us to our anchor point tool. And I'm just going to click on that to make it a corner point. And now I'll hit A to click it and move it down a little bit. Now I want a fill and a stroke on this, so to do that, I'm going to hit D. D will give us a white fill and a black outline. Now I'm going to draw him all in white and black, and then later I'm going to work with the color. So we will get to that, but for now I'm just going to use white and black. All right, now I'm going to add some stripes to this hat. So I'm going to hit M on my keyboard, and I'm going to just draw another rectangle real thin like this. And I'm going to use these as stripes that go all the way up. So I'm going to copy and paste in front. That's Command C and Command F on a Mac, Control C and Control F on a PC. Now I have a copy that's right in front of the other one. And I'll just move this up with my V tool, which is your move tool right here. And now we'll rotate this. I'll hit R on my keyboard and just rotate it a little bit. And now I'm going to do the same thing. Copy, paste in front with Command F or Control F. Move that one up and rotate. I'm going to keep doing this, but this time I'm going to hold Option or Alt and just pull that one up to make a duplicate of it and then rotate it a little bit. And I'll keep doing that until I get stripes all the way up. Now this probably looks really strange to you right now, but we'll mask all these inside this shape so they won't go outside the edge like this anymore. All right, so let's do that. I'm going to click off and then click on the hat shape. Copy that, click off again, and then paste in front with Command F or Control F. So now we have two copies. One is in front of everything, and then there's one behind there too. So this is going to be our mask. And now I'm going to hold Shift and select all of these pieces. And now I'll mask them into the hat by going to Object, Clipping Mask, Make. All right, so now we have all of those little stripes inside the hat. All right, let's continue with our gnome. Let's make our beard. So to do this, I'm going to hit P to get to the pen tool. And I'm just going to start up here And then I'm going to just click and drag and let off. And then I'll click right back on that last point and start up here and drag just a little bit. Click back on the last point and kind of just do that each time. The pen tool can be a little hard to get the hang of, but once you do, it's really fun to work with. Let's use our A tool to move that one down a little bit. And this one over. And for these last few, I'm just going to make straight little pieces like this. And I'll show you a way that we can kind of round those so they look kind of like the other side. Okay, so I've got my beard done, but I'm going to go ahead and fix these. So I'm going to hit Z on my keyboard to get to my zoom tool, and we'll zoom in just on those pieces. Okay, and now I'm going to hit Shift C to get my anchor point tool, which is right up here. Now I can just get right on the line between the area, make it move in like this. You have to be right on that line for this to work. And sometimes you might get some strange results. I'm switching back and forth between my A tool, which is my direct selection tool, and my anchor point tool. So that's just A, Shift C, A, Shift C, like that. I'm going to edit some of these by just clicking and then dragging a handle in to get it sharper. Maybe moving this handle out so it's more rounded up here. And I'll move this one out a little bit, move this one down. Okay, I think we're done with the beard. This is looking pretty nice. Now I'm going to hit V to get back on my selection tool. Just select the hat and then bring it to the front with Shift Command right bracket. That's Shift Control right bracket on a PC. Now we'll create the nose. I'll hit L on my keyboard to get to the ellipse tool, and I'll just make a nose right here. I'm going to click on my hat again and bring it to the front again with Shift Command right bracket, Shift Control right bracket on a PC. Okay, now we're almost finished with him. All we need to do is add feet and hands, and then I also want to add some kind of autumn something, so maybe a leaf or pumpkin or something like that. So right now I'm going to hit L to get to my ellipse tool, which is right over here, and I'm going to click and drag to add some little shoes. And now I'm going to hit A, which is my direct selection tool. I'm going to click right on this and hold Shift so that it sort of flattens out the shoe. Use my arrow keys to move it up and down. And then I'm going to copy, paste in front, and then hit O, which is your reflect tool. And then I'm going to get right under the nose and hold Option and click. And this is to kind of set a center point of where we want this piece to rotate over here. So my vertical point will be here. We want it to reflect vertically, so I'll say OK. And so it's put it right over here. Now I'm going to hold Shift and select both of those, and then Shift Command left bracket to send to the back. Shift Control left bracket on a PC. And I'll move these down a little bit. We'll probably want to maybe make this piece just one piece. So let's do that. I'm going to hit N on my keyboard, and I'm going to start drawing right here, and then end up going the same way on the same line, and it'll redraw the line. And this looks much nicer. We might also want to move these points down. I'll hit A to do that. Click off, and then just click right on that point and move it down. I'll move this one over. All right, he's looking good now. All right, now let's add some little hands. I'm going to hit N on my keyboard to get to the pencil tool, and then I'll just add a hand like this. I'm going to kind of round out this thumb a little bit. All right, and this looks the way I want it to. So I'm going to copy, paste in front with Command F or Control F, and then hit O to get your reflect tool back. And then we'll do the same thing. We'll hold Option or Alt on a PC and click right at the bottom of that nose and do a vertical reflect and say OK. All right, we've got our little hands now. And now we just need the hands to hold something. So let's make a pumpkin. To do that, I'm going to get my ellipse tool by hitting L on my keyboard. And then I'm just going to draw an ellipse like this. I'll hit D to make it a white fill and a black outline. And then I'm going to copy and send to the back. So that's Command C, Command B, or Control C, Control B on a PC. And now we have one right on top of the other. I'm going to hold Shift and do a right arrow to move it a little bit. Holding Shift and using your arrows will make it jump a lot further. So if you use your arrows by themselves, they go a little ways, but if you hold Shift arrow, it'll go pretty far. All right, let's do the same thing. Copy and paste behind with Command B or Control B, and then move that one over a little bit. All right, let's kind of make this one just a little bit smaller. I'll hit V to get to my selection tool and then just grab a center handle and hold Option. So I'm going to select both of these with my V tool. I'll copy and paste behind Command B or Control B. Then I'll hit O to reflect, and I'm going to hold Option and click right in the middle of this center pumpkin piece, and we'll get the same reflect dialog box, and we want a vertical reflect, and we'll say OK. Okay, so we're very close to finishing up our pumpkin now. All we need to do is add a little stem and a little sprig. So let's do that now. I'll hit N on my keyboard to get my pencil tool, and I'll just draw a little stem. Let's zoom in a little bit. I don't like this, so I'm just going to delete it and try again. Let's get a different tool. I'm going to hit P to get my pen tool. I'll click once and drag, then click the point I just came from. Click and drag, then click the point. Click and drag, click the point, and then finish the shape. Now I'm going to hit D to give this a black outline and white fill. I'll Shift Command left bracket to send it to the back. That's Shift Control left bracket on a PC. Okay, and then I'm going to draw the sprig with the N tool, which is the pencil tool. So I'll just start right here and I'll just draw a cute little sprig like this. All right, and I think I want to make this one just a little bit bigger, so I'll hit N on my keyboard. I'll start on that line and then end up going the same way on the same line. Okay, I'm going to zoom out with Command minus or Control minus, and I'm going to select this whole pumpkin and then group it with Command G or Control G. Now anytime we move one piece of it, we move the whole thing. All right, and I'm going to put this pumpkin behind his hands. I'll hold Shift and grab a corner and resize it. I'm going to send it to the back one step, and to do that, it's Command left bracket or Control left bracket. So I send it back one step, and now it's behind the right hand. I'll send it back another step, and now it's behind both hands. Okay, so now we can work on coloring him. Now Illustrator comes with a bunch of colors already preset. So let's go to our swatches palette and do the flyout, come down here to Open Swatch Library, and we'll go to Nature. And underneath Nature is something called Seasons. And now we have all of these palettes to pick from. And I'm liking these right down here. So what I'm going to do is, I just noticed that our hands, they do not have a fill on them, so I'm going to hit D to give them a white fill and black outline. You probably noticed that quite a long time ago. Anyway, all right, let's click on the hat. We've got a white fill and a black outline, and right now I think I want to change this to this yellowish color. So we can just click that. You need to make sure that the fill is in front. If it's not, you'll change the stroke color, but not the fill color. So you can just click one of these to make sure you're changing the right one. The stripes themselves are showing a question mark on both of these, and that's because it's actually a group, and the mask is included in that group, and a mask always has no fill and no stroke. So what we can do to color these is to get on our group selection tool and click right on the white piece, hold shift and click on each of the white pieces to change them. So now what we can do is come down here to our Pathfinder and use the trim function. It will get rid of everything we don't need, like the mask and the little overhanging edges of our rectangles. So when I click this, it actually gives us just a white fill. So let's hit D to get a white fill and black outline. Now I'm going to take all the outlines off later, but I think it's just easier to see everything when they have a black outline. All right, and let's choose a different color for the stripes. I'm going to go with this red color. Okay, now you probably noticed this is not lining up very well, so let's hit Z and zoom in really close there. I'm going to hit Command Y or Control Y on a PC. And the reason I do this is it makes it really easy to select these pieces only. I'll hit A to get to my direct selection tool. I'll draw a box around them, and I'm just going to pull these up to this edge right here. And I'm also going to use this handle and pull it down to kind of even out the line. Okay, let's Command minus to see what we've got. We might do the same over here just to make this a little flatter. So I'll zoom in. I'll use my direct selection tool or A tool and select that piece and then just bring it up and in a little bit. Command minus to zoom out. And let's bring this one up too, just for fun. Okay. Now you might notice that our stripe is outside of this, so we can just click on the point and bring it in. Same over here. Okay, now let's hit Command Y or Control Y to get back to our other view. I'm going to leave his beard white. Let's click on his nose and hands. This is with the regular selection tool. And I'm just going to start with orange and then kind of double click and come up here to kind of a light peach, and we'll say okay. His feet, I'm clicking and holding shift to select more than one. I'm going to make this dark brown. And now we can recolor our pumpkin. Since this is grouped, I'm going to use the group selection tool to only select a piece of it at a time. Hold shift and select all the pieces of the pumpkin. And then I'll choose this orange color. All right, now I'll select the stem and choose green. Now this is a stroke only, but I still want it to be green, so I'm going to get on the stroke and choose green. Okay, now we can select everything. I'm going to hold shift and deselect this stroke because it is the only stroke that I actually want to keep. Everything else I want to just get rid of. So right over here, make sure your stroke is on top and then choose none. Okay, and this is looking cute, but I think we need some separations in our pumpkin. So I'm going to click on the orange and then just choose Select Same Fill Color. And now I want to add a white stroke to this. So I'll click white over here in the color and I'll increase it a little bit. And now there's some problems with his beard. I don't really like how it looks right over here. So I'm going to hit Z, zoom in, and then I'll click right on this. I see it just isn't quite right. So I'm going to grab the handle and move that out like that, and then pull the handle in toward the point to make it a corner point. And I'll make some other minor adjustments by pulling on the points with the direct selection tool. We can also smooth this out by hitting in and holding Option and just going over it a little bit. All right, and that's it. Now you've got a super cute gnome to use in your design projects. All right, if you like this video and you want to see more videos like this, just hit the subscribe button and the little bell beside it, and you'll be notified every time a new video comes out. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.